Oh, my quivering heartstrings. We're diving head first, or should I say bed first, into Jonathan Evison's The Heart of Winter. And let me tell you, listeners, this book left me spent, like I'd run a marathon of feelings and maybe something else.
You okay there? You sound like you need a cold shower and a dictionary, quivering heartstrings. Did you swallow a Victorian romance novel whole?
You wound me. This book is a masterpiece of modern love. It's raw. It's real. It's sweaty. We're talking about A.B. and Ruth, a couple who've been married for 70 years. 70 years. That's a long time.
And for the record, I prefer the term relationship challenged, but 70 years. That sounds less like a romance and more like a prison sentence. What did they do? Get married in kindergarten?
They met young, and their love endured. It's a story of opposites attracting Abe, the conservative, homebody type, completely smitten with Ruth, the fiery, liberal adventurer. Think, a golden retriever falling for a caffeinated squirrel.
Sounds exhausting. I bet their arguments were legendary. Abe, for the last time, put the toilet seat down. Ruth, why is there a protest sign in the living room again?
Well, there were some disagreements, but that's what makes it so relatable. It's not all sunshine and roses. It's about the messy, complicated, sometimes infuriating reality of long-term commitment. And the sex?
Oh, here we go. Prepare for the erotica horror, folks.
It's not erotica. It's mature romance. There's a scene where Abby is assisting Ruth after her surgery, and it's just chef's kiss. The tenderness, the vulnerability, the sheer humanity of it all.
So, we're talking bedpans and back rubs. Sounds more like a geriatric ward than a bodice ripper.
You're missing the point. It's about the intimacy that develops over time. The way they know each other's bodies, their needs, their quirks. It's about finding the erotic in the everyday, even when the everyday involves adult diapers.
Okay, you lost me at adult diapers. I'm picturing Abe in a superhero cape, wielding a roll of Depends like a weapon. Fear me, incontinence. I am Captain Absorbent.
You're incorrigible. But seriously, the book explores the challenges of aging, illness, and the shifting dynamics of caregiving. Ruth gets a cancer diagnosis, and suddenly, Abby, who's always been the more fragile one, has to step up.
So, it's a tearjerker. Pass. I prefer my romances with a little less mortality. Give me a billionaire dragon shifter who can whisk me away to his private island any day.
But that's not real. This book is about finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. It's about the love that persists even when you kind of hate each other. There's a line in the book. To hold his hand was to be felt, to be tethered to something solid amidst the vast confusion of the universe. Isn't that beautiful?
It's something. Sounds like Ruth needed a good therapist and a stronger grip on reality. And speaking of reality, some of these reviewers are savage. One said, insufferable, awful characters, truly awful people. Another called it a manual on how not to behave as a spouse.
Well, not everyone appreciates a nuanced portrayal of human flaws. Some people prefer their characters sanitized, like those romance novels where the hero is always perfectly chiseled and emotionally available.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little escapism. And speaking of flaws, apparently, Ruth is a bit of a handful. One reviewer said the author might actually hate women because she's portrayed as unfaithful, grumpy, entitled, and always verging on a midlife crisis.
She's complex. She's a person who yearns for more than just domesticity. She wants adventure, intellectual stimulation, and maybe a younger lover or two.
Spicy. So, it's not all knitting and bridge games for Ruth. Good for her, although some readers were bothered by the lack of grandchildren. Apparently, after 70 years, you'd expect a small army of offspring.
Maybe they were just really good at using protection, or maybe they preferred the company of their dog, Megs. She's a major character, you know, a furry four-legged symbol of their enduring love.
So, the dog is the most likable character? That's telling. I'm starting to think this book is less The Notebook and more Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? With added incontinence.
It's a blend, a bittersweet symphony of love, loss, and life. It makes you think about your own relationships, your own mortality, your own bowel movements.
You always bring it back to bodily functions, don't you? Okay, final verdict. Thumbs up or thumbs down? And be honest, would you recommend this to someone who's happily single and prefers their romance with a side of fire, breathing dragons?
Absolutely. Thumbs up, with a side of tissues and maybe a vibrator. It's a book that stays with you. It makes you appreciate the messy, imperfect beauty of human connection, and it reminds you that even after 70 years, there's still room for growth.
Growth? You mean like prostate growth? Okay, I'm out. Thumbs down from me, folks. Unless you're into geriatric drama and emotionally constipated characters. But hey, to each their own. Maybe I'll stick to my dragon shifters. At least they have good dental hygiene.
Before we go, we want to hear from you, our lovely listeners. Have you read The Heart of Winter? Did it make you swoon, sob, or swear off marriage forever? Call us now and share your thoughts. And if you're feeling particularly inspired by A.B. and Ruth's story, maybe try recreating that tender scene with your partner. Just make sure you have plenty of lubricant.
We're going to get complaints.
It's good for ratings. Trust me. That is all for today's show. Be sure to tune in next time on Heartbook Radio.